Alright, how's it going everyone? This is Chris, and today I've got the next episode of my question time video series. Just hang on 1 second. That's better. As you know, if you're following me on Twitter, I recently got some glasses, first pair I've ever needed. I've had a slight problem with my right eye for about 5 years. It's been very slightly blurred, noticeable in some certain times than others. Some days it's more blurred than others. I think it's all due to staring at the computer screen all day. So I got it tested and it was enough for me to have glasses prescribed. It's weird seeing this big black frame around here and it starts hurting my nose a bit where they rest. But I'm a proper designer now with my black rimmed glasses. So I've joined the proper designer club. Take them off for a while now, because I can't be doing with them. Right, so let's get on with some questions. Thanks to everyone who's submitted a question over at Form Spring. I've added a quick text response to them all, and I've picked out a few to talk about today. So first up, we've got a question about, well, basically most of the questions this week are all based around the same theme. So first up, we've got, what advice would you have for getting noticed and finding work? Well, generally, just the thing that seems to have helped me is just being sociable online, use services like Twitter and Facebook just to chat to designers and just generally just have fun networking and chatting to people with similar interests. And what this does is kind of just it can help get you noticed and put your name out there in the design community. You wouldn't have thought that would help you find new work or get your name out there in a way that it'd benefit you with clients, but it actually does. The more you talk to people in the design community and just share links and just keep tweeting, the more you become associated with that community, and the more your name gets recognised. There's a huge bunch of designers I've come to know on Twitter that I wouldn't have known about otherwise. And some of them don't have a huge follow count, they don't have a huge number of people following them, but I know of them, and I'm sure other people will get to know of them as they, as clients start looking for work. And a lot of clients, a lot of the cool clients are also part of the design community. Some of the big companies who work, who make apps and all sorts of stuff like that, they'll often look in the community for well-known people and go with people that they've heard of. So just getting your name out there can really help out. And I guess the main tip there is to optimise this by displaying a little picture of yourself rather than your logo. That gives it a much more personal touch and it allows people to really connect with you a little bit better. So yeah, I mean, you'll be surprised at how much work you can actually generate just from Twitter. I've generated a few projects, and I know a bunch of others who get a lot of their work from referrals from other people and clients finding them via Twitter. So next question, which do you see as more beneficial in the way of getting your work out there, sites such as Behance or others like DeviantART? Well, Behance definitely seems to have more of a professional feel, whereas DeviantArt is maybe a little bit more hobbyish. But I'd say submit your site to both, and not only to both, but also look at some smaller niche sites, like say there's sites in galleries rounding up business cards, and there's all the CSS galleries and all sorts of things like that. And it's worth remembering that it's not just putting your work on those sites to find clients. You remember that a lot of bloggers will browse these sites for designs and artwork to showcase in their roundups, which can be really helpful for generating more exposure. I've landed a couple of projects from clients who have found my work through blog posts that I've been included in, big showcases of illustration work and stuff like that, or websites with a certain style. So it's definitely worth submitting your projects and your work to every website you can that allow users to showcase the work and display them in galleries. Right, simple question next. What time do you wake up? I wake up at about 7ish. It's usually when my fiancée jabs me in the ribs to get me out of bed, or the dog comes and sticks his slimy wet nose in my face to to wake me up. If I try and have a lie in, he usually starts barking and wants letting out and wants his breakfast. So it's usually around 7ish, maybe 7:30 if I'm looking. So next question, again with the same kind of theme. I know you can get client feedback, but what about the work that isn't done for a client? Where can you get feedback, or where can you go to get feedback? Well, same again. Twitter, Forest, Dribble are all social sites aimed. Well, the Twitter is my kind of general one, but the second two are both sites aimed directly at the design community that you can go to share your work and also ask for advice and ask for people to critique your work. It's a great place to share thoughts and tips. And also, if you've got a blog, you can share your works in progress on there and ask people to comment. Share your links via Twitter. If you follow lots of designers and get followed back, just like I said, just keep generally networking with people, and you'll develop a good core group of friends and contacts who you can call upon to ask for advice and things like that. So like I say, all fairly similar questions this week, and all fairly similar answers, where it's all just basically networking on a personal level with people, and that's what really develops those those connections and personal connections. So a few interesting links for this week. First up, we've got a design tutorial from Design Instruct titled "Create a Vibrant Space-Themed Poster in Photoshop." This is a really cool poster design Photoshop tutorial. It takes you through the process of creating quite a bright, colourful design with lots of lighting effects. Basically features like an astronaut suit with a skull, so you can't get much more cooler than that. So head over and check that out. Second up, we've got an article from 6 Revisions titled "CSS Typography, the Basics." So as the title suggests, it's one for the CSS beginners. It takes you through all the step-by-step guides of setting up fonts for the web, and so basically it's a good one for newbies. If you're looking to expand your CSS knowledge, head over and check that one out. So final tutorial link for this week is another post from WeGraphics. I think I've featured one of their posts just about in every episode, and they're really pumping out some great stuff. This latest one is a tutorial showing you how to make a superhero poster in Photoshop. So they basically take a stock photo of a lovely model and give her some fancy superhero costume outfits sort of things, and basically just creating the overall poster layout with the typography and the textures and lighting effects and all that. So definitely another one to check out. So thanks for watching again. If you want to submit your question, head over to formspring.me/chrisspooner. I tend to go through and answer them all in text format on Formspring, and then pick out a selection of questions that I could talk about in the next episode. They can be design related, personal related, or little fun little tidbits that I can just include in between questions. So thanks again, and I'll catch you all later.